My name's Adam Crofts. I'm the head of people, culture, engagement and staff augmentation here at Brennan IT. I've been here for about 3.5 years and still loving it, haven't fired me yet. I always find that the organisations I work with with a strong culture and a well-defined culture are more successful than others. It really needs to underpin everything you do and it needs to tie back to your values. When you do that, then it means that you've got a very clear direction on how you deal with your customers, how you deal with each other, and that sets a scene for success. We've really transformed to a far more digital workplace. We have about 60% of our staff that are still working from home in a majority of cases. We've got, most people are coming in about 3 days a week, so it's returning to a little bit normal, but it's a new normal. I would say it's probably a little bit unusual. It was a crocodile, so up north, and I threw a lure out over a snag, and a little crocodile about 2.5 feet long grabbed the lure, and I brought him in and had to get the lure off him. I didn't want to lose my lure, so pulled him up onto the boat and removed the lure and got some photos with the little croc. So that's probably my most exciting catch, I suppose. Maybe not my biggest, but most exciting one. Staff augmentation is providing consultants out to our customers where they control the scope that they will achieve. So they work within their processes, their guidelines, their rules. They use their company laptops. They have logins for their own company. So they treat them more or less like a permanent employee. The difference is, I suppose, that we do the human resources element. So we have regular one-on-one catch-ups with them. We make sure that everything's online. We make sure everything's on track, and we reduce the risk for the organisation by making sure that we cover all of those financial and payroll type issues and the human resources element, like I mentioned. So there's no downtime. If there is downtime, then we make sure that we replace people. So there's less chance of anything going wrong if somebody happens to leave. Staff augmentation is really for someone who's looking for short-term contractors, so 3 to 6 months type things for specific projects. Or it could potentially be somebody that's going through a lot of change in the organisation. So if there's a changing environment, you can't be locked into a scope type arrangement, then you really need that flexibility for your consultants. So therefore, it means that really what you want is to have somebody who's going to be able to do what they need to do at that point in time and evolve with the business. The reality is you can do both. A managed service is a really effective, cost-effective way to make sure that you're going to be delivering a quality service to your business from an IT perspective. On top of that, you can also have your project teams and your side teams built out through an augmentation model, so an outsource model like that. If you do have an in-house team that's performing really well, fantastic. And we can also help support that and supplement that internal team through that staff augmentation and or through our projects and our professional services business. So there's a lot of benefits to both, and it doesn't have to be one or the other. I fish off my kayak, so it means that I often go out and have some fish with big teeth follow me. The biggest one was a tiger shark, about 4.5 metres. Was underneath me, and he was stalking me for about 250 metres up the coast, and then he just lost interest and went away, which I was pretty happy about. But that was probably the most scary experience with a shark. The best advice I could give is to make sure that you understand your people, understand what drives them and what motivates them. Be on the ball and address things early if anything's going wrong, and then make sure that you're really delivering on everything that you need to do to make sure that person's engaged. And that, like I said before, happy people, great company will deliver to your customers, everything goes well.